So today we're going to learn how to make a chord on the piano, or how to play chords that we see written down. So what is a chord, first of all? A chord is a sound, usually 3 notes together, that's not a melody. A melody would be something like single notes played consecutively, something a singer might sing or an instrument might play. A chord is just what goes on underneath that kind of provides the color, the mood, the sense of fullness. So everything I was doing in the left hand was just chords. But the music sounds a lot fuller and richer that way. So how do we make a chord? Well, the basic answer about that is we want to take 3 notes. I'm going to start, notice that I have my keyboard labeled here. You can see my earlier video for how to do that. I'm going to make a C chord. I'm going to find C, skip D, play E, skip F, and play G. And essentially this is how you make chords on the white keys of the piano. You take a note, you skip, play, skip, and play. That gives you your root, your third, and your fifth, which are the members of any chord. It's called root, third, and fifth because we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're just playing 1, which is the root, skipping 2, 3 becomes the third, skipping 4, and playing 5, which becomes the fifth. The chord is labeled by what's on the left, what's lowest, so this is a C chord. That is a D. It's a D minor chord to be exact. E is E minor, F, G, and A minor. I'm going to skip B for now because it's a little funny. So the names of the chords that I just played are C, and it's C major. That means it sounds happy, by the way, rather than C minor, which has kind of a sadder sound to it. D minor, that's this one. Notice that that's minor, so that means it has a little bit of a sad sound. If we were to make it major, that's how we do that. We'll get to that in a second. Followed by E minor, F, G, and last we're going to do A minor. So what makes a chord major or minor, happy or sad? Well, you can do it by sound, and that's good to know. So some people might just know that this sounds relatively happy, and others might know that this sounds kind of a little on the sadder side, and so that's minor. The little m means minor, right? However, if you take a look carefully at these chords, you'll see that in a major chord, after we have our root note, we can count up using all the black and white notes one at a time. These are called half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to go up 4 notes to get our third, and then we have to go up 1, 2, 3 notes from there to get our fifth. So to make a major chord, 4 and then 3 half steps from your root. Now for minor, it's going to be 3 and then 4. So for D minor, notice that from D, 1, 2, 3 gives us our third, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 gives us our fifth. Now to make D minor into D major, all we have to do is take the middle note and move it up a half step. Up means to the right in piano, down means to the left, right? Major chord, minor chord. Now if the chord is already major on a white key, you just move that middle note, the third, down 1. Now you have a minor chord, and notice that what used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 notes up from C has now become just 3 notes up from C, and then the rest has become 4. The outer notes don't change, so it still has to add up to 7 half steps altogether. So these are the most basic chords, and they're easy because they're all on white keys. So if you can just remember the 3 minor chords and then the 3 major chords here, and you can play all sorts of music with these. The most common 4 chords in popular music to use from this pattern, and most likely in this order too, would be C, G, A minor, and F. So why don't we go ahead and make a little music out of this. Here's our C chord. Now instead of doing G up here, I'm going to jump down and do it over here. It's a little bit closer together. Close together sounds pretty good. Here's our A minor chord, and here's our F. Now you're probably already starting to think this sounds like a song, which it does. It sounds like a lot of songs. This could be the beginning to Let It Be. My right hand was up there playing the melody, but these are the chords. It could also be da dun da dun da dun dun da ya da dun dun da ya da dun dun da dun dun. That's Demons by Imagine Dragons. And there are a lot of pop songs, hundreds, thousands, that use this kind of chord progression. So these are good chords to know. So I was just playing each chord 4 times to make a beat. So once you get good at doing that, you might want to get the left hand involved. The left hand is going to be kind of your bass player. The left hand is going to play whatever the root of the chord is, but lower, and just that. Some people do chords in both hands. Kind of sounds okay, but then once you get lower, it starts to get a little muddy. So this sounds a little cleaner. So just having the root note in the left hand. And I could hold it for 4. While I play 4 times in the right hand, I could just hold the left hand. I think that's a good sound. A pattern that I like to use is to play the hands together on beat 1, and then do the right and the left consecutively, right and then left, and then the right by itself on beat 3, and then right and left consecutively on beat 4. I tell my students to think of together, right, left, right, right, left, together, right, left, right, right, left. Try that. Together, right, left, right, right, left, together, right, left, right, right, left, together, right, left, right, right, left. So that gives you a nice pattern. If you were counting this out rhythmically, we would say 1, 2, and 3, 4, and, or long, long, short, short, long, short, short. You could just do it by feel too if you have a good sense of music and rhythm. So that's a nice accompaniment that I like to teach people to use. You can use this with any chords. One more thing I want to cover is, what are some other common chords we might see? We might look up a song online that we want to learn how to play. Well, we're going to see a chord maybe that we don't recognize. I'm going to just put out a crazy one, F sharp minor. So that demands a couple things. First of all, what is F sharp? Well, F sharp is the root of the chord, but what is F sharp? We know that this is F. Well, the note to the right of F is F sharp. All the black keys have 2 names. They can either be called sharp, according to the note to their left, so F sharp, or flat, which is this little B. I'm circling it right there. It could be called G flat, so the note to the left of G could be called G flat, or it could be called F sharp, and that little hashtag sharp sign is what sharp is. So these are 2 names, F sharp and G flat, for the same note. Now here we're asking for an F sharp minor chord. So let's use our minor system of counting 3 half steps and 4 half steps. Starting on F sharp, we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. That means A is our second note, and 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a C sharp on top. There's your F sharp minor chord. Now, since we have it written down already, let's look at this G flat chord. Now, if you don't see a little M, you have to assume that it means it's a major chord. And if it's a major chord, it's 4 and 3. So G flat, now remember that was the same note as F sharp. But now, because there's no little M, we're going to do major, 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So 4 brings us up here to A sharp, also known as B flat. And then 3 more brings us to C sharp, also known as D flat. So there's your G flat chord. Now these are a little unusual. I'm going to go over just a couple really common ones that I didn't do already. B flat is this. We have to find, here's B, so this is B flat. No little M, we have to assume it's major. 4 and 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. Now to make a major into a minor, again, we have to use the middle note then go down one. Now that's not what we're being asked to do here, but this is just if you have a major chord and you want to make it minor, that's what you do. If you have a minor chord, let's say this one, you want to make it happy, same story, you just do the opposite. Just go up one, the middle note. Exactly one white or black note. Make sure you count every white and black note. Anyway, so this is a B flat chord, pretty common. B minor is another common one. Using the minor system, 3 and 4, we're going to find a B. 1, 2, 3 notes up. That's our third. 1, 2, 3, 4 is our fifth. So that's B minor for you. Another common one. Common ones are A and D. And for that matter, E. I'm going to put that in there too. So here's A. Well, we already know A minor. So if we already know the minor, we can take the middle note up one, and that gives us the major. And notice you could verify afterwards that in fact that is 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. D, we already know D minor, so we'll do the same thing. And we already know E minor. So we're going to do that too. And now we have all three of these chords. So these are probably, might be leaving out one or two, but these are, you know, between maybe these 5 chords here and then the 6 chords at the top here. That's going to get you through a lot of music. And in the meantime, if you see these funnier chords, like less usual chords like these, you should have enough knowledge now to figure out how to find them on the piano.